Welcome back to the Eastport Yacht Club, where teams are preparing for Day 3 out of 4 of the Visit Annapolis and Arundel County Santa Maria Cup with support from the Maryland Sports Commission. Hi, I'm Ashley Love from T2P TV. There are 6 flights left in the second round robin, and valuable points are on the line to determine who moves on in the competition in the sailing capital of Annapolis, Maryland.
Both Annapolis and the rest of Anne Arundel County have a lot of history. We have South County that's rural. We have North County up closer to Baltimore that's more urban, and we have 520 miles of coast. We have about 6, 7, depending on how you count the major inlets, major rivers. And we're always trying to get our residents connected to the water and on the water. Sailing is accessible. Sailing is for all. Being on the water makes you feel good, and all your problems go away. But we call ourselves the best place for all, so you just got to experience it.
First match of the flight is Brooke Wilson and Celia Willison. Wilson from Australia entering on port. Willison from New Zealand entering on starboard. We have another light air morning, some rain showers passing through in the distance. "20 seconds left, and Celia Wilson is leading into the left side of the line. Split start. Celia Willison working her way up the left side. She is coming off hot off a J70 Worlds win in 2022.
I got into match racing through the Royal New Zealand Yacht Squadron Youth Training Program. We have a program there that focuses on match racing. So I started match racing when I was about 16, and then our skipper quit sailing, so I ended up driving and putting a team together. We sail at home mostly Elliott 7s, and we have match raced in everything from Elliott 6s, which with 3 girls on board, to the Swedish match 40s in Oyster Bay, New York. The J22s are quite funny for us to sail because they're quite a good challenge to bring the team together and sail with symmetricals for a change.
The breeze has dropped out even more. All of the teams finessing and being as gentle as possible on these sets. The breeze fills in from downtown just by a little bit. Willison has a piece of Wilson on starboard. We're at our first leeward gate. The matches have started to overlap. We're mixing up who's racing who, but boat 15 is not in this match. Boat 13 is our match, rounding back. Winds are shifting all over the place, but Celia Willison manages to keep it all sorted out and takes the W. Catching the last match of this flight, we have the first and now the last. Sophie Otter approaching from port. Nicole Brault, hailing from San Francisco, USA, entering on starboard. A waiting game, but finally a little shift puts them both on port. Nicole Brault has a little hook on Sophie Otter. About a minute left. "15 seconds left, and both boats find themselves dangerously close to the line. Nicole Brault already bailing to get some speed down the line. Blue is over. Sophie Otter wasn't able to get below the line. Nicole Brault in the yellow sails, bow number 8, is a 4-time U.S. match racing women's champion and was shortlisted for the Rolex Yachtswoman of the Year.
I have sailing with me Molly O'Brien Vandemore, Dana Riley Hayes, and Maggie Bacon, and they do a tremendous amount of heavy lifting for me and keep me sane on the course. And particularly here, it's been very shifty, and I've needed a lot of calming. This event has a long history, and it's clear by the enthusiasm of all of the supporters at Eastport Yacht Club and the competitors who remember it well or dreamed of someday sailing it. So I think that based on that, there's a lot of energy that's going to keep this event coming back year after year for some time to come.
After a windward mark rounding, they're on their way back down to the finish. Nicole has about a quarter of a leg lead. Counting down the seconds to their entry, Allie Bleacher from the USA, an All-American skipper from the College of Charleston, entering on starboard. She will face Bridget Grobel, entering from port. Ooh, big port starboard for Grobel. Wow! She is able to avoid no Y flags on the call. "20 seconds to entry, and Allie Bleacher doesn't have a piece of Bridget Grobel. We are below port ley line to the pin. 7 seconds left. Wow, good escape by Bridget Grobel, starting with a big lead. Allie Bleacher has won the Women's U.S. Match Racing Championship twice, including the most recent one in 2022 with a lot of her same crew, including Katja Sertel on upwind trim.
We're Team BAM, or Cub-Am at this point. Sailing with me this week, we've got Becca Schiff on main and tactics, Ali Blumenthal on the bow, and Katja Sertel trimming, hence the Cub-Am. So we, 3 of us went to school together. We all went to the College of Charleston at various times. We're not new to the J22, thankfully, but yesterday was pretty puffy and spotty and a little bit more of a headache than kind of hard to sail. So for us, it was really just making sure we could connect the dots.
Allie Bleacher working on some of that distance, making it up downwind. Around the second top mark, and Bridget Grobel still has a lead. The pressure is building from downtown. Grobel just graduated from Old Dominion University in 2022 as a biology major, and she's now a research assistant at Northwestern's Feinberg School of Medicine working on a clinical trial in the Cancer Rehabilitation Studies Laboratory. That win for Grobel puts her in contention for staying in top 4 to be in the semis. Trying to get to that spot is Megan Thompson. She needs a big win here against Nicole Brault entering from port. No dial-up, they head straight over to play now to kill some time. Megan Thompson is here representing the Royal New Zealand Yacht Squadron, New Zealand, and Nicole Brault, St. Francis Yacht Club in San Francisco, California. Both boats are over the line early and need to restart. Big pressure coming down the course puts them right on top of each other halfway up the first leg. Tacking duel keeps them very close. They'll be making their final approach into the first top mark on port.
My name is Megan Thompson. I'm from 2.0 Racing, and I've got Anna Merchant, Lisa Dartnell and May Wright with me this week. We got into match racing through the youth training program, and we've been chipping away at it for a couple of years now. So the Women's Match Race World Tour so far has been incredible. We've loved every second of it. It's so cool to have girls from all over the world here to compete against. So bring on the rest of it.
Around the bottom, around the top, no change. Nicole Brault has extended her lead. Another win for Nicole Brault puts her right at that favored leaderboard to make it into the semis. We'll have to wait and see what happens in the rest of the second round robin. Thank you for joining us. Tomorrow is the conclusion of the Santa Maria Cup. For T2P TV, I'm Ashley Love.